Hey friends, so welcome to DBC Live. We have Dave in the house tonight.
Hey Tara, glad to
Super
be joining
excited.
you. Thank you everybody who's popping in.
Yeah, thanks for joining. We are going to be chatting just all things. You know how Dave and I do when we are substituting in, and that's what you get tonight. We're super excited though to join you all. We always have a fun time chatting with you and hopefully encouraging you and giving you something that you can take and possibly use tomorrow in the classroom. Remember that every single comment on this video will enter you to win a free DBC book of choice. We have some new ones out, so you definitely want to get your name over in the comment section. I'm not sure if our video is showing up on the screen. It's not been showing up at the top, Dave. So when you start talking in a minute, I'm going to grab my phone. I'm not disengaged. I'm just going to make sure that I retweet it. Put it at the top of Facebook so people can see it.
Yeah, for sure. So hey, if you're joining us, you're popping in, make sure you put a comment over there. Tell us who you are, where you're listening from, and also please, everyone who puts a comment over there, you're going to be entered to win a free DBC Inc. book. So you can pick up any one of them. You can grab Tara's Cannonball In or Be Real, grab My Teach Like a Pirate, or any one of the books in the line that we have now. All told, with counting Impress books, we have over 150 books. And so you have lots of choices. No matter what you're into in education, we've got something for you. So I almost feel like I want to reveal something that's coming out on Saturday, but I'm going to try to keep my mouth shut about it because we have a brand new book coming out Saturday. I'm super excited about it, but I think I'm going to try to maybe hold on to the secret. Hey, I see Vicky has joined us. Kristen is here. Thank you so much. We really appreciate both of you. Kristen, did Vicky? I actually can't see the comment stream. I can only see what Tara put on the thing. Oh, Vicky was the number one comment. Kristen, what happened? Kristen is always number one unless I can defeat her. But like it looks like maybe Vicky defeated her and was the number one comment. That's all right. It's all right. Kristen, next week there's another opportunity for you to return to your number one slot.
You've been replaced, Kristen.
Never, not in our heart, not in our hearts. Not you haven't been replaced in our hearts though. But
we got some competition in the house.
Yeah. Adam Peterson is here. So news about Adam Peterson. First of all, not only does Adam have an amazing book with us, Teach, Play, Learn, but also Adam has a DBC University course and just recently was in the presence of our very own Tara Martin. Tara, how did it go with Adam?
He is amazing, so fun, so energetic. I think I missed some super fun stuff because I had to get back to work, but they started playing and having all kinds of fun. In fact, I heard, this is a true story from the people there. I had some of my Kansas educator friends there that they loved Adam so much. He was supposed to finish at noon. Their lunch came at 11:30, and so he was going to dismiss them to go to lunch. They didn't want to be dismissed. They wanted him to teach all the way until noon. And then at noon, he's like, okay, you guys should probably go to lunch. You know, it's time. And they just like asked if they could grab their lunch and he could keep sharing. So he ended up staying an extra 30, 45 minutes teaching them just some more stuff. I mean, this is like, to me, that's like students that won't go to recess because what you're teaching is so exciting. I mean, if teachers are not wanting to go to lunch because the PD they're receiving is so exciting, that's pretty next level, especially during this time.
Yeah.
So that's what I got to witness today.
Awesome. Way to go, Adam. And by the way, another little known fact about Adam Peterson is that he is a giant man-child.
He's very tall. He might be as tall as you, Dave. Adam, how tall are you?
Adam, tell us how tall you are. I am 6'5". Can you compete with this 6'5" stature of the pirate? Or what's the height? So let us know in the comments.
I feel like when I gave him a hug, it felt about the same. But I haven't seen you in person in so long, Dave, so I'm not 100% sure. Yeah. We'll have to check.
Yeah. I see Kristen throwing in there. Yeah, so the one of the essential questions of Teach Like a Pirate is If they didn't have to be there, would you be teaching to an empty room? And the answer for Adam clearly is no. He would not be teaching to an empty room. He would draw them in. So I love that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Kansas rocks. Do we have a 6'4"? 6'4"? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Yes. I knocked down Adam by an inch. Although as I get older and older, I start to kind of maybe shrink back down. I don't know. I have to, you know what? I'm going to get onto the rack tonight and stretch myself a little bit to make sure that I maintain my 6'5" stature. I run so much lately. I'm probably beating my spine, compressing my spine and losing inches. So I'm going to have to maybe get from the pull-up bar and just hang for a little while tonight, something like that. Certainly I'm not going to be doing pull-ups because I can't, but I can maybe hang from the bar a little bit.
But I can.
I know that you can, but you are an athletic CrossFit beast.
I love it.
In the best ways.
I got you on the width though, he says. Oh man, I know I missed your call. I didn't know if you made it to that barbecue joint or not, but we could check with you afterward. I'm setting up for this live. So yes, good food in Kansas, always good stuff. I took him to Maddie and Silas, Dave, and you have tried Maddie and Silas and Maddie's too.
Oh, okay. Awesome. By the way, I see Carly has popped in. Hi, Carly. Good to see you. Appreciate you being here. Amanda Freeman's also popped in. Thank you, Amanda, for joining us. And fun size of 5. Hey, you know what? 5'3" that's ideal. We love all sizes here. It's all good, but
it's true. It's true. Well, we are so excited to join you all tonight. I know we just went off, and that's kind of what Dave and I get to do when it's he and I hosting. But we do have some things we want to talk about. First of all, Dave mentioned our DBCU courses. I definitely think you should check that out. I'm going to drop the link over in the comment section next time Dave's chatting, but it's just the bit.ly/DBC University. It's real easy to find. And we have some new courses coming up. First, we have a free course in there. So if you want to check it out, there's a lot of great strategies in there that you can put in your classroom right away. And then we have a new course coming out really soon, probably tomorrow, but in the next few days. And it's amazing. And then Dave and I will be hosting a webinar in the next coming 7-ish days and talking about another course that I think you might be interested in, but you definitely want to come to the webinar because there'll be some free stuff, a lot of fun. Can't imagine whose course that might be, but whatever. It's going to be awesome.
Whose course might we be talking about? Interesting.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be amazing. You should come. Yeah. But yeah, so lots of fun. And yeah, so the course that I'll be putting out, I think.
I guess there was the reveal.
You think you should wait? Yeah, we should wait.
So there was the reveal. You said the course I'm going to be putting out.
I'm going to put it out. Yeah. Well, now you know it's coming from me, but I really feel like it's applicable to all people. I think when you see the title, you might think, oh, that may not be something I want to do, but it's kind of a 2-for-1, which is the first time we've tried it like this, that we have 2 topics that really fold into one course, and they blend so beautifully. So I'm super excited for you guys to check it out, see if it's something you're interested in, if your kids are interested in. Remember, our courses are reasonably priced. All the courses are under $60, so $59. And our mini course that'll be coming out this weekend is only $29. So you definitely want to check it out. But we do have some free stuff in there too. So go check out bit.ly DBC University. Yes, I'll put it over in the comment section too.
Yeah. So Tara's like, you know what? We have a secret new course coming out. We don't want to tell you who, but this course that I'm putting out, let me tell you a little about.
It's your hint. It's a really clear one.
I will say that we have a book release that we're going to be announcing on Saturday. I mentioned earlier. And again, I probably won't do the big reveal now because we have a book birthday coming up. Facebook Live. Make sure you make that book birthday. But I will say this, it's been a long time since we put out a book in the Like a Pirate series. And the next Like a Pirate book is dropping on Saturday.
And it is so good. It is so good. You definitely want to check it out. I'll tell you the Facebook Live, the book birthday live is going to be on Saturday at 1 p.m. Central right here. So you can mark your calendar for that, but it'll start we'll start publishing that part tomorrow. So you will actually know what book's coming out on Saturday, starting tomorrow.
Yeah. So there's like there's not very many books that are in the actual Like a Pirate series. You know, there's like a Lead Like a Pirate in that series, but the actual Like a Pirate series, there's not very many of them. And so although we have over 150 books, there's only like 5 or 6 that are Like a Pirate books. And the next one drops on Saturday this weekend. So whoo, pretty pumped.
It's very, very good. I was just working on all the graphics for it. Is so beautiful too. Our graphic designers are just like crazy amazing.
I see over here Amanda has guessed Pandemic Teach Like a Pirate, and I unfortunately no, that is not what it is, but that too would be exciting.
That too would be. I feel like all of our books that are coming out, Dave, I feel like they all kind of have a spin on how the pandemic helped them become a better teacher. And I think this one definitely does too. Like there's definitely parts and pieces in there that's like, oh, okay, if you were remote, like this would work like this.
Hey, I see Madame Nick has shown up from Winnipeg, and she was out shoveling snow. Like, I don't even understand that. Like, what is going on in Winnipeg that you are shoveling snow? It's like 72 degrees here today in San Diego. I mean, blue skies. I'm going out. I'm out right after Facebook Live ends. I'm going to go drive down to the beach and run. So and I'll be in this t-shirt and some shorts.
He's so lucky. It's a little chillier here in Kansas. I think we're in the 50s, but yeah, not snow. I don't want snow. No.
I saw on her I don't know if it was one of her social media feeds, I saw the first snowman of the year built by her kids.
Like huge. It's like as tall as, it's 5'5". I think it's as tall as me.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's 5'5". It looked like it could be. Boys built a fort and a snowman today. Whew.
Yep. Nothing like that first snowman of the year. I don't know anything about it, but apparently that's pretty cool.
There's nothing like it because he doesn't know nothing about it. Awesome. So we thought we'd get on here, and during TLAP on Monday, we talked a little bit about gratitude. And I know that's just like the topic of the month. Everybody's always talking about it. But I'm curious if you guys have some great little gratitude habits you do, or how do you show people that you appreciate them, not just this month, but all year, anytime. And I thought we could just share some things that we all do. And Dave has a great story where he has written a blog about it. I'll drop that link over in the comments too. But yeah, just what things could we do, not just this month, but all year long? Like gratitude doesn't just need to happen in November. I feel like especially this year when every teacher I talked to, minus the ones that were in Adam's group today that just wanted to keep learning, they all feel super overwhelmed and weary and almost underappreciated. So I'm curious, how can we uplift those that are around us? And every little bit counts. So if you have a tiny little habit, share that too.
Yeah. And so basically some of the concept behind this is what you focus on expands in your life. And so if you're looking for things to be upset by, if you're looking for things to be offended by, then that's what you'll be surrounded with, because that's what you're focused on. If you're looking for things to be grateful about, that's what will expand in your life. I wrote about this a little bit in Teach Like a Pirate, the story of the Honda Odyssey. You know, it's like maybe you don't even know what a Honda Odyssey is, but you buy a Honda Odyssey, and next thing you know, all around you on the road, you see Honda Odysseys everywhere. And people have talked about this in many different ways before. The same thing is true of gratitude. When you look for things to be grateful for in your life, more and more of those things start appearing in your life. And they're there before, they're always there, but we tend to, we block them out. And so having an intentionality around finding things that you're grateful for is a very powerful practice that could change your life. And Tara, beyond the gratitude snaps, I know that you have something that's really cool that you do with email every day. Maybe you could tell them about your email practice, because I think that's a really cool example.
Totally. And I just now have Dave's blog, so I'm pulling that up real quick, and I'll let him tell a little bit about it in a bit. But yeah, I saw some of yours too. So before I go into mine, I saw Nick talking about coffee for colleagues and her boys' teachers, and also just writing a feel-good note for each of her students each day and hiding it in their mailbox. Love that idea. Adam actually talked a little bit about some different things that he does to kind of connect with his kids. And I think this is
and one student per day, not each student each day.
one student per day. Yeah, one
We
student
don't
per
want
day.
people to be we don't want people to be overwhelmed.
No, what did I say? Each of her students?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. One student per day. That you can do that, one student per day. And I think that's what we need to be mindful of. It can be something so simple. So one email each morning, I just thank someone. This was easier to do for me when I was in the school system because I had so many teachers that I served, especially as a district administrator. And there were so many people in the school community. So I was constantly, every time I was in a building, I was making notes of names of the lunch lady or the custodian and the teachers, everyone, the paraeducators. It didn't matter who it was. I would, whoever I saw that day, I was jotting down their name and something special about what I really appreciated that they did that day. And so when I got back to my desk, there were always a ton of sticky notes to choose from my visits that day. But this could work for anything. And I still do it now. It's a little more challenging. So what I'll find is like PLN friends that retweeted something that Dave Burgess, like that we posted on a DBC site or on my site, or someone who gave me some love on Instagram, or it can be just something so simple, something I saw somebody else promoting one of our authors, and I just really was so grateful. So I'll send them an email or a DM. Just thank you so much for promoting our authors. Like, we appreciate you. It's different things like that. This just can be the simplest things. Sometimes it's most of the time I do it in my email because I hate jumping into my email. So if my first email every day is a thank you email, it just makes me get in there. And some, like this morning, it was thanking Wendy for ordering my books that came in today. I was just so excited. Like different things like that. It can be our own colleagues, but it also can just be people out in the school community that you may or may not have noticed before, but when you're looking for it, you constantly see things that you can thank others for. And the notes that I would get back from those people were always so sweet. Like the replies back. Now with your colleagues, they're used to it. Like, thank you for, of course, you're welcome. Like, this is what I do. But you know, sometimes when you're thanking the custodian, they're like, wow, you even know my name and something I did that day. And I think it just means so much to them. Something so small that you noticed and you appreciated. So I think it works with our students, just like Nick was talking about earlier, but thanking them and being very specific about what you noticed and why it meant something to you can just go a long way. I like this one with Kristen. She has some gratitude for the veterans. They just came. Yeah, you just have to make time for it. I think that's so true.
It's 11/11, so Veterans Day here in the U.S. And so, yeah, again, we're certainly thankful for those who have served our country. And so thank you for throwing that in there. And Alicia Ray, all the way from North Carolina, thank you so much. She said she's thankful for the two of us, so we appreciate that. Yeah. And so there's always any number of different things going on in the world around you, good and bad. It's like when you, I heard it's mentioned like a party. You could go to a party, and depending on where, like if you had like a little lens that you were moving around like this, depending on what you were focused on at that party would determine what you felt about that party. Oh, here's a couple over here that's fighting in the corner, or there's something like a conflict happening over here. And if that's where your lens is focused, that's what your reality is of that party, right? But over here, you might see someone who is meeting someone for the first time and falling in love, or over here, you see people having a great time, or whatever it might be. And all of those things are the reality of what's happening, but it's just where you put your lens, and so having that intentionality around seeking things that we're grateful for and showing that gratitude is going to absolutely transform your reality.
It's so true. And I think too that gratitude, it to me is such a simple act. It really doesn't take much. I mean, I can look around my house and just think of like 1,000 things I'm grateful for. And we've, Tish and I have started this movement, Gratitude Snaps, in the past 5 years. I asked her to join us, but she's in New York visiting her kids. And so she couldn't be here tonight, but I definitely want to shout her out, Tisha Richmond. And if you ever want to go listen to our story, she has a podcast where we talk about it. But I love this because so many people have jumped in, and each day we're just snapping a picture of something we're grateful for, and we put it out on social media, and we just say in the text like why we snap that picture and what we're grateful for. So it can be like the smallest things, and that's what I love so much. Sometimes it's our family, sometimes it's no big things, but also there are times where it's just like, I had a good day. I had a smooth travel day. Lainey posted today, like it was a smooth travel day. And if you're traveling in this day right now, Dave and I can attest a smooth travel day is really something to be grateful for, because having a flight with no delays, getting your rental on time and making it to wherever you're supposed to be and getting your food at the restaurant, like that's unheard of right now. It's just, I don't know why, but it is. So it's just like, you're just so thankful for the little things. I got hot coffee. It wasn't cold. And, like just the simple things in life sometimes.
So Amanda popped over there, like manners, it's free. And if you think about this, I mean, what a deal. How easy of a sale is this? Here's something that is easy to do. It's something that you could do as often as you want. Every time you do it, you are probably making somebody else's day. But not only are you making someone else's day, you're making your day better too. And that's what the science said. And Tara, you're kind of into the science of it too. And that it's not only showing gratitude, not only improves the other person's mood and their day, but has scientifically been shown to have a positive impact on yourself as well. And it's free. So here's something that can help other people, help yourself. It's free to do. And it's pretty simple and easy. Like, how do we not have a more common gratitude practice in our life? Like we all should.
It's very true. And it's true that too, if you look up the science for gratitude, it basically does very similar to what an antidepressant drug does, as in it actually increases the serotonin levels of the person giving the gratitude. So not only, like Dave said, not only do you make the other person feel special, but even say they don't really accept the gratitude. Yeah, like, should they just like blow it off? Because some people are like, oh, whatever, it's nothing. By the way, if somebody gives you some praise, you should just say thank you. I am so guilty of being like, oh, this is just my job. Like, it's fine, whatever. But it means so much if you just say thank you. Like, it's simple, it's easy. You don't need to say why you don't deserve that. Davis taught me that a long time ago. It's not really humility. It's just like rude when you do that. So it's better to say thank you. But on the other note, the person giving the gratitude, science has actually proven that their serotonin levels increase more. And so you are doing such a good thing for yourself. That's why it makes your heart feel so happy when you're grateful, because you are literally changing the chemistry inside your body, and it helps you to conquer those negative thoughts. So just think about it.
Alicia popped in an example over there about changing your mindset of, like, oh, I have to do the dishes, to kind of like, I'm grateful that I have food. I had that, and I have clothes on my back that need to be washed and like that. And I see Megan. Thank you, Megan, for popping in here, talking about their thankful board cards are spreading love and joy throughout the building. I love that. And so the idea that you can start this and it can spread, and you're empowering other people. When you start to show gratitude, other people start to feel good. They want to do the same thing, and it's kind of gratitude can become contagious in your system.
It's so true. One of the things, one of the analogies I like to give to when I'm talking about gratitude, I recently wrote it into contribution of a book, but I've also talked about it on my podcast before. But when your mind is so full of negative thoughts, and it really gets there, and I think a lot of us are feeling this frustration this year. It doesn't really matter what field you're in, but especially educators. Your mind is kind of like, I like to compare it to a highway that's completely jammed up with traffic. And if I've been traveling recently, and so I've experienced all the traveling woes, including back-to-back traffic. And when there's so much traffic and everybody's honking, everybody's frustrated, that's kind of what your mind feels like when it's cluttered with negative thoughts. But when you give gratitude, you literally are increasing the serotonin levels in your brain. So when you increase the serotonin levels in your brain, I call that you're creating exits. So it's almost like you get to be the guy who's rerouting literally the highway, rebuilding it as you're thinking. So no longer do you have all this traffic jammed up in your brain. All of a sudden you have these exits. So you can start getting off. You don't have to think about all those negative things. You don't have to stay in that cluttered place. You don't have to spend all your energy there. You are creating exits. So you can get off that train of thought, go somewhere else. And by rerouting your brain, you are allowing your energy to be spent in another way. And when we do that, of course, traffic flows smoothly. We feel good. We're like Lainey, we're grateful for a good travel day. And I just think if you could think about it like that, we have the power, we have complete control to do that. But I think sometimes we need a tool. We're thinking like, what can we do? How can we create an exit? I can't get out of this. I'm spinning. Gratitude is one of those tools. I know sometimes we need a little extra. I've had that opportunity where I've needed extra too. Medication, therapy, all these different things. There's a lot of different tools out there, but gratitude is one of them. And like Dave said, it's free, it's easy to do. And if you want to create some exits to get out of that space in your mind, I highly recommend gratitude snaps. That's a perfect one to start. But also there's so many things that people are putting over here in the comments you could try.
Yeah, it's a wonderful practice for the morning too. Something to kind of start your day off. And now, Tara, how long have I known you? How many years?
Is it 5?
Is it 5?
I think so.
5 years. So, and then you do this thing where you send an email, first email a day every morning to someone to thank them for something. I was just trying to think back through my email inbox over the last 5 years, and I don't know if I've ever gotten that email.
I've never sent you one because I talk to you every day. I thank you all the time. Plus, Dave, I know you don't ever check your email, so it would be still sitting there. So
it could still be in there from 5 years ago. That's true.
Exactly.
Yeah, and by the way, in fairness, you even thanked me today. So
exactly, I thank you all the time. I think I thank you in DMs, text, or voice message because I know you're not going to check your email.
Yeah. Okay. I'll get over the email thing then, because like you said, I wouldn't see it there anyway. So.
You wouldn't. All right. So friends, I see some, I want to get some more things over here. Yeah, exactly. This is changing the way you think of it. That's it. What happened here? I missed something. Kristen. Share more. I'm not really sure where this comment came from. The bad thing about the comments on the side, sometimes it doesn't tell what was above it. So I can sometimes pick it out, but when I'm so engaged in the conversation, I miss it.
I like what Megan said about the you're like, oh, there's long lines at the coffee shop, but then you could other think like, hey, somebody's making my coffee.
Yeah, and I don't have to wash the dishes. Yeah. Oh, that's hang on, that was a Nick's. Yeah, somebody's making my coffee. Exactly. Yeah. 5 years. Yeah, I know. That's it. Oh, so that's it. What? We've only known each other. I know. I feel like I've known Dave my entire life, but I think I met you in 2016.
I can remember talking to you about how to use TweetDeck.
I remember you talking to me about how to use Twitter. I mean, George got me on Twitter, but remember my very first book snap was your book.
Yeah.
And I tagged you and I didn't even know who you were, but I was so scared I was breaking like some sort of copyright with that book snap. And I'd never done a book snap before. It was just like something I was trying. And you're like, what is this? And I was so scared. Like I was like, first of all, this pirate guy is a real guy and he's going to turn me into the police, the copyright police or something. And you were like, no, really, I love it. Would you guest blog on my blog? I'm like, what? I barely write on my blog.
then we blew up book snaps. And then next thing you know, I stole you away from your district.
It's so true. It's like all of it happened real fast. And I remember when I guest blogged on his blog, I'm so grateful for this. I actually talk about this all the time. So this is a great thing to be grateful for, Dave. But I think when he was
Tara froze. So Kristen says that she met you at Summer Spark.
You can't see me?
You're back
Okay.
now.
So, funny story. I think what Dave was trying to tell me when he had me guest blog was like, hey, you have 2 followers on Twitter. Like, no one's ever going to see this thing called Book Snaps if you don't like share it somewhere. And so, I'm so grateful for him because honestly, that's how I grew my PLN, and so many people started doing book snaps, and that's where gratitude snaps is actually born from. It's just still a little cousin of it. And so really, Dave, you're kind of like the godfather of all this.
Well, man, you would think I would deserve a morning email then.
You're getting one tomorrow. You better doggone check your email too.
Hey, everybody. It has been so wonderful for you to join us. And I know we're just kind of like kidding around and jumping around from topic to topic here, but we love to get on here and just banter back and forth. And we love to watch your comments come in. And we're always so appreciative that you join us for all these shenanigans.
Yeah, thank you so much. We'll be back next Thursday. We do have a guest next week. So won't just be me and Dave just shooting the bull. And be on the lookout. We will have a webinar coming up. We also have that book that's coming out on Saturday and a brand new mini course that'll be coming out this weekend too. So you definitely want to check out all the different places. Join us Saturday for a Facebook Live book birthday at 1:00 Central. If you can, we'll be right here with our author of that book, and you will be able to ask all the questions and they will be able to answer them. So thank you again for joining. Thank you, Kristen. You're always so faithful to our Thursday night PDs, and all of you for joining and listening.
Bye, everybody.
See you next week. Bye, friends. Oh, somebody got their discipline win. Awesome, Megan.
Oh,
I can't wait to hear your thoughts.
You're going to love that book, and get ready for the next Like a Pirate book. Drops on Saturday.
Yes. Bye, everyone.